The time is now. We are live. Time to send out the notifications. First to the Discord, then to Twitter, and finally to the troublesome Facebook. Oh, what do you know? It says it right there. Something went wrong. We're working on getting it fixed. I'm sure you are, Facebook. You are useless.
The duck has failed again.
Yeah, it's like such a popular website, and it's just. I tried to even I even tried to reload it. Okay, let me close Facebook, and I'll open up the page. I don't even. That would imply it's something on my side that's the problem. But it's not. It's definitely not my fault.
Stupid Zuck.
Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not. It ain't even a thing. Anyways, it's MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries time. We're gonna be moving into the first DLC today, or the intro to the first DLC, because the DLC is actually disjointed. But yeah, we're gonna be hitting the Kestrel Lancers intro today. But otherwise, yeah. Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm your host, Get Good Fox, the commander of Ronin Fox Armored Security, and I'm joined by my regular co-host, the water-drinking crab. I mean, you know, did you ever consider if you're a freshwater crab or a saltwater crab? But yeah, you've been reduced to water apparently.
Well, having the fact I have to drink water, I feel pretty salty right now, to be honest with you. I'm not very impressed. I ran out of drinks in the house, and I have to drink H2 fucking O. Honestly, I'm not very happy about it. It's not great, but we'll get there. We'll survive. It's been a Monday, and this is just topped it off.
So
it's just topped off.
So are you like a unique type of crab that we like, you know, a recently discovered crab that like survives in like ethanol or like alcohol, basically?
Basically, yeah. Basically, whiskey crab.
You'd think that would be like, you think that would be good for like sickness or something, like, like what bacteria would survive in like alcoholic waters?
Well, they say that the crab, the format of a crab is like the ultimate version of any form of line of evolution. So I guess when you consider I'm from the island of Ireland and a whiskey drinker, perhaps this kind of crab is like the ultimate evolved version of the Irish whiskey drinker.
Yeah, it's funny, like I've always heard it, like, why do things evolve into crabs? Like, why is that such a common form? I mean, I've heard various explanations, but it seems like it just works. That seems to be the answer. It just works.
I mean, they've been around for a long time. That's the other thing. Like, it's tried and tested. There's no, crabs have been there and they have done it.
You'd think there would be more crabs in BattleTech when we have like two. Maybe there's more crabs from the other expanded time frames, but like there's only two crabs I know of. Obviously, there's like the crab itself. The clans never made. I don't think they ever made a clan version of the crab. And then same with the king crab. I don't think the clans ever made a king crab. 2C, for example. So it's like you'd think there would be more crabs, despite the fact that like everything evolves into crabs. Maybe like I don't know. Just think that there'd be. You think they'd have a crab for every weight class, like some kind of a small light crab, some kind of a heavy crab. Of course, they have a medium and an assault, but
that's like a hermit crab.
Yeah, you got the hermit crab. There you go. Or things that aren't really crabs, like the horseshoe crab. I don't think that's actually a crab.
It's one of my favorite kinds, honestly. They're kind of cool.
Let's see what's going on down in Chatville. Chubby Demon says, how's it going, Fox and Sheriff? Welcome to the show. We'll be getting started in just a moment. Hedged Hog says, what mods? I'm only running one mod. That would be Mech Attribute Viewer. Otherwise, I do not run any other mods. This is basically a vanilla gameplay experience. Base game plus the DLCs. And the only mod, like I said, is the Mech Attribute Viewer, which does not affect the gameplay. It just adds notation so that I know what the hidden features of a mech, and I shouldn't even need that mod. Like, that should be taken care of by Piranha Games. Like, I don't understand why they hide these stats from you. Glitch Online says, Clan Tech was above the other factions, so is Clan Science. They probably scienced that not everything evolved to crabs, so they didn't make one. Well, at least in terms of, like, Terran history, there is a trend that things evolve into crabs. Like, I don't ask me why. But I guess the crab is, like, the ultimate survival form. bugs in general, like bugs in general. There are more bugs than like the other forms of life on the planet, and apparently, the crustaceans are classified as in base. They're a type of bug essentially.
Like name a bad crab. That's all I'm saying.
Hedgehog says, "Okay, I have a problem with AI, especially in arena. They just stand still until I hit them." Yeah, I mean the AI in this game has always been hit or miss. Probably missing more than hitting. It is what it is, though. All right, I think it's time to get started.
Hell yeah, brother.
So let's talk about what's on the agenda for today, boys. What is the skibbadeal? What kind of problems are we going to get into? The answer is it's time for the Kestrel Well, it's time for part of the Kestrel Lancers. You can see right here, priority transmission. We have 49 days to accept the contract. If we don't, then we would miss the Kestrel Lancers altogether. You don't have to do the Kestrel Lancers. But, we might as well do it. I don't have a problem with it. And so that's exactly what we are going to do. This is basically the tryouts. They're basically House Davion isn't completely sure if they want you. They're interested, but they don't know if they want you. So this is kind of like a way to test whether or not, you're really worth going for. 301 RNG says there is apparently a hermit crab, a 25-ton inner sphere battle mech, which was first produced in 3105. Okay, that's why I've never heard of it. 3105 is basically well after FASA went out of business, and I guess Catalyst continued the storyline. So that is like very deep into the storyline. Survivalist Tim says, "Evening, Fox. How are you?" I am doing okay. I actually got my work done ahead of time. I got up a little earlier than normal, got the recording done for the the Grasshopper video. So the recording for both the full-length Grasshopper video and the TikTok version of it. I've actually gotten really good reception on TikTok. There's a lot of people who are like, "Wow, people make BattleTech content on TikTok? Sign me up." So and like some of my TikToks for BattleTech have gotten like over 20,000 views there. So like I'm actually pretty happy with I don't know what the conversion rate is from people from TikTok being, "Oh, I'll check you out on YouTube," because that's the point of it. The point of being on TikTok is to, drive people into YouTube or drive people into, my other platforms. I don't know what the conversion rate is, but they don't take a lot of effort to make. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I would definitely make the shorts from now on. But, that's been working pretty well. Anyways, one thing I wanted to say real fast. So we're up to about, I guess it doesn't matter. I was going to say how much money we start and end with, but this is not the full version of it. We're not going to read the storyline because this is probably our 5th or 6th time doing the Kestrel Lancers. If you want to see the full storyline where I do read all of the dialogue, go to the VODs or go to my live streams and just look for one of the earlier playthroughs, and then I will read all of it for you, and you can know the full storyline. It's very verbose, though. It's really it's very, very wordy, so you're not missing a lot. I'll paraphrase it. Basically, they're going to make FedCom. FedCom is an alliance between Davion and Steiner, but they're not sure if the military is going to work together, because remember, they were previously enemies. So, this is basically just them practicing to see if they can, work together or not. And these are basically, trial battles. Glitch says that beginner manuals is how he found me. Yeah, that's actually the point of the beginner's manuals. The way making content works is, let's say you want to be a streamer. If you just start streaming games, you're very unlikely to succeed because you have too many competitors. There's too many people. There's millions of people streaming. Why would somebody watch you over someone else? So you need another reason to get people to watch you. And for me, I create the training manuals. And so the training manuals get people used to my personality. "Oh, this guy seems pretty cool. I'm going to go watch one of his streams," or something like that. And then there's a whole process of basically converting somebody from just the guy who watches the guides into somebody who watches the streams. And then from there, there's a group of people who then join the Discord. And then there's people, "Oh, you play these other games too. I want to play games with Fox." And then there's a whole pipeline that it goes through. But that's what you have to do if you want to succeed as being a content creator. So our first mission for today is we're working with Arden Sortek. This is the one where I think we got to like defend the radar station. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So Davion is not crazy about us. So yeah, we're going to have to like just take some stuff. It's not too bad. They're only suspicious of us. One thing I realize is we probably need to jump down to Liao territory and start like padding out our Liao faction, because when we do the Kestrel Lancers, our Liao faction is definitely going to take a hit. But yeah, here we go. First mission. I want to use missiles because I'm pretty sure it's a defense mission, so I want to start out using missiles.
It's a defense mission.
Yeah, we can use 3 mechs if you want.
I am going to bring. I want a Shadow Hawk.
Okay, in that case,
I'll bring this brother here.
Let me add them in the smaller mechs real fast and see what I got to work with. I got a little more weight, so let me bump you up to a crab. Bump you down to a blackjack. There we go. So that's going to be our lance. We're going to go in with this is the Archer 2 RB. This is the Star League, the Royal, the SLDF Royal Army version. So it's a bit upgraded. That endo steel actually makes a big difference too. It's just enough to make the Archer feel pretty good. Survivalists found Battletech through Fox. Yeah, that's actually one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to bring Battletech to new people. You know, basically do some of my part for trying to bring back the revival of Battletech. Freddy 4x4, welcome to the show. He says, greetings, Commander Fox and Dr. Sheriff Crab.
Good luck, everyone. This operation will commence now.
No!
All right, so we're working with Colonel Westrick.
We are joined in this operation by Richard Westrick and his Creator Cobra's mercenary company. Be sure to assist one another whenever possible. The FedCom coalition forces are going to be...
Or whichever face he's using.
They brought us a Thunderbolt and a Archer. That's not bad. I mean, I'm very happy just to kind of perch right here and...
There's blocks in these trees.
We have no need of these scintillated dogs to crush a handful of mercenaries anyways. I see no need to delay the attack on their account.
New target, Warhammer.
Good strategy. I mean, they're attacking from 3 directions. That's kind of interesting. I mean, I actually don't see the point in attacking from 3 different directions. Because by attacking from 3 different directions, we could just concentrate our attack on one direction and just, like, massively overwhelm them. Like, that's the weakness of attacking from multiple directions. That was so you know, like, my father was in the Marines, and I always remember a lesson he taught me where I asked him, like, if you're attacking a position and they are equally defended, if they've distributed their army evenly across the entire defensive perimeter, where is their weak point? That's what I asked them. Do you care to take a guess on the answer to that one?
Repeat that one?
Okay, so I asked my father this question. I was playing a real-time strategy game, and I was like, if you're attacking an enemy position, and they've distributed their defenses evenly across the entire compound, where is their weak point?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
So now, one thing to keep in mind is my father was at the platoon level. Like he did go to the academy for training in battle strategy. And so his answer is, if you are equally defended in all locations, you are equally weak in all locations, because you are not specializing your defenses in any one particular location. Which means,
for one place.
Yeah, which means that if you defended yourself along the perimeter equally, then we should combine our forces and concentrate our attack in one location, maybe 2 locations if you're concerned about, like, them wrapping around you, like, you know, like an envelopment maneuver. But yeah, like, if that's the idea that you can't do everything at once. Like, there's always a limitation to... Basically, there's always a limit to your strategy. There's always a weakness. Like, you know, you can't have... The perfect strategy is one that, like, constantly adapts and adjusts and, like, mixes and matches according to how things shift. But, like, it's kind of like the idea of, like, you know, how in evolution, if you evolve to adapt to become better at one thing, you therefore become worse at another. Like, if a plant evolves to be a cactus, so it excels at retaining moisture in the desert, it therefore loses the ability to be effective at living underwater.
Look like they're heading your way.
So that would be the, you're just some, I don't know, some random fox yapping for the day. Not for the day, like, there's gonna be plenty more random fox yapping, but this is the beginning. If I had a griffin over here, like, I guess I'm gonna, you know, introduce him to some LRMs.
Watch out for them.
Oh, he's out of my... Damn, I lost targeting on the other one. Oh, he's still mad at me.
Helicopters, no. I was killing them when they get too close.
I'm bombarding...
3 shots, 3 helicopters? No.
I'm bombarding the blackjack. Oh, it's so sad. He's so slow.
You must have really kicked over the beehive here, Commander.
I don't even need to see him.
Cruises, Lancers,
Target
it looks like these high and mighty Lyrans are having some trouble. Let's show them how the Federated Sons get the job done.
Yes. Yes, show us how you get it done. I'm sure it'll go just as well for you.
Get it done.
Some people ask me why don't I use LRM burst fire. I just like the look. I think it looks cooler. I just think it's cool firing a stream of missiles, and like I honestly don't know if burst is more or less efficient. In my opinion, burst fires faster because the reloading cycle doesn't begin until the missile finishes its firing. But on the other hand, I don't know if this is true or not, but I kind of feel like stream is more accurate.
I definitely think it pinpoints on one component a bit better. Which maybe it doesn't give the same like attritional effect you might be wanting from the missiles, but I definitely think it targets a single component more.
Yeah, I feel like it has better missile clustering, which is the stat regard. I mean, I'd have to talk to like someone who's a modder, because like they can look at the stats in the game. But I mean, look at this. I just think this looks cooler. I just think it looks cool firing all these missiles. And that improves my morale. It makes me like, it makes me happy.
Scopes are lighting up with additional bogies, Commander.
And you know what Sun Tzu said about morale, don't you?
I'm sure he said it. I'm sure he said it was like a big deal.
I'm pretty sure he said it was the most important thing, honestly.
That's why I wanted in order to improve morale, we need to like fire Rihanna and get like some like really sexy secretary. Like that would improve morale drastically.
We need one of your Nikkeis.
Yeah, we need a Nikkei. The perfect one would be Privity. Like Privity for. I wonder if somebody needs to mod that. Okay, okay. You guys want me to get into mods? Why don't you guys start modding some Nikkeis into MechWarrior 5? Because like I've always been opposed to using mods. Mod some Nikkeis into MechWarrior 5, and I'll start like reconsidering my stance against mods.
Like just make one good-looking person in the mech. Get rid of Fahad too if you can. I'm not stopping at Rihanna. Fahad needs to go as well.
Yeah, we don't need Fahad either.
He stinks.
No, I'm getting harassed by this Phoenix Hawk. Thank God it doesn't have a PPCX. You know what? Let me charge into him instead of running away. Oh God. Got an alpha up on him. This guy looks like he could use some missiles.
AC-10 rapid fire. What the hell? Well, good thing we know that it's a piece of crap.
It can't be good for the mech's heat either, because like the rapid fires generate a lot more heat, and I don't really consider the. Yes, shift the blame to one another, you fools.
Nice work down there,
Good
Commander.
nerds.
Things got a bit hairy, but you managed to stay on your toes and come out of it.
Commander, we have them on the run. Let's prepare a coordinated advance.
Brewer is like the
Time to
ultimate
teach
spy.
these high
He
and
is
mighty
everywhere.
nobles a thing or two about how
Colonel Westrick
mercenaries
is the
get
hero.
job
He's
done.
the real hero of the Inner Sphere.
He's definitely a spy for what do you call them? The guys in the
He's
middle.
a spy. He's a spy for
Hunter.
everybody because he's like all of the characters. Like there's a character that's voiced by him in like just about every expansion, and he's in clans, and he's both a clan MechWarrior and he's Gerber. So I mean, it's like he's everybody. He's a spy for everybody. All right, so as you can see, that mission wasn't a big deal. You know, we'll take the money though. Apparently, we need a Centurion though. I think we need it for a just some random objective. So there we go. You know, nothing to it. You know, beat up the nascent FedCom. We do need to collect a Centurion. So let me go ahead and shove you in here because the reason we want to do this is because it does have some salvageable equipment on it. Like, you know, we want to take these. And I don't need to give them to them. So I'm just going to throw it in here because that strips it of its gear. And bam, collecting. Oh, let's see how much it would have been worth. So if we were to sell that Centurion, oh god, it's going crazy. If we were to sell that Centurion, we would have gotten 581,000 smackaronis. But by doing this Cantina mission, we're going to get 1.3 million smackaronis, 3 tier 5 flamers, and 5 single heat sinks. So that's pretty good. Give it to them. Not enough to gain a level in that category, but you know, that's still a good deal. It's not even a thing. Mechs are being repaired, moving on to this. So this is the one where we got to take out Sortek. There we go.
What stupid nerd.
Yeah, in his like unique Victor, his like special Victor. What should I use? I think I want to use. I might use a Kintaro.
I was kind of thinking of using a Kintaro too, actually.
Okay, I'll use. I'll do something really different. I'm gonna use the high there.
Oh, you don't want to use the Kintaro anymore?
No, I'm gonna use the high there. And then I'll send one of these guys in the big bruiser.
I don't think, do they want the laser one or just the missile boy? Missile boy or laser?
All right, I left you at 95 tons. No, and I left you with over 100 tons. You can use anything you want, and then I'll fill in the last one.
It's like, honestly, do you know what? I haven't really used the grasshopper much. I'll give it a go. Which one is it? The one you really like? Oh yeah, this one, the punchy boy.
Yeah, that's the arena fish model.
I've used it like once. Look at that go.
Let me see. Can I get a crab in here? Not quite. I could
it's 35.
downgrade. What if I downgrade you and there we go. Downgrade him into it. Like it's kind of nice that we could jigsaw some of these like effects around. It's kind of nice. I like it. So 301 says that the LRMs have lower DPS as a stream. What I wonder though is what about the accuracy? Because do streams have better aim? Because even if they do less damage, like let's say because of their firing cycle. Their firing cycle is slower because the cycle doesn't begin until the last missile exits the tube. But that would not matter if because basically what you care about LRMs is the accuracy. That's what you really care about. That's why Artemis is worth it, because Artemis improves the accuracy.
Destroyed.
And for LRMs, accuracy is really important. Because the thing is, the accuracy can be the difference between, say, an LRM-10 might not kill a helicopter because of the lack of accuracy, but an LRM-5 with Artemis will probably kill a helicopter because enough of the missiles will hit.
Target destroyed.
We lose this scenario. It's a risk we'll have to take.
Yeah, split up your forces. I mean, like, are these being done with live ammunition? If they are, like, how many people die in these trainings? I mean, because, like, you know, can you factor in for, like, oh, the laser hit his ammo bank and then his ammo exploded, killing him instantly? It's like, you know, we must not be using, like, live ammunition.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
It's like crossbow bolts.
These like little pesky turrets are annoying. All right, moving up on the first potential location, which we obviously know that's not the case. Glitch says it's Starship Troopers, or it's like, yeah, it's basically Helldivers training, Starship Troopers training. I mean, for me, it's like just another paycheck. And we get to waste more FedCom bastards, so... Eventually, we'll have to turn the guns on Liao, so I'm gonna have to drop down into Liao territory to build up my faction with them in order to try to pad it. Plus, perhaps the change in scenery will be, maybe it'll be good for us to have a change in scenery.
Did we get the new mechs?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up.
Loot.
Ah, one down.
Damaku, welcome to the show. Where are all these crummy enemies coming from? Like, who even invited these guys?
Target destroyed.
Scrap that
Oh,
one.
we found some salvageable cargo. Don't mind if I do.
That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation. We'll be sure to put that ammo to good use.
Yeah, there's just turrets everywhere.
Target destroyed.
I mean, I haven't done this mission in a while, but I don't remember there being this many little junky turrets. All right, we're regrouping with you right now.
Yeah, just sort of slowly walking.
Chubby says we should replace Fahad with either Maxwell or Senti. I personally would choose Maxwell.
Any reason why?
She is the weapon. She's a scientist specializing in weaponry and armor. So
Qualified
she's
then?
like, Senti is an architect. So I mean, Senti would make sense as well. But I think like also Maxwell is sexier.
Ah. Surely the most appropriate metric.
She's really funny because like you take her out to lunch and you buy her some food and she's like, oh, this food isn't very efficient. And I'm just like, what the fuck did you just say to me? She's like, yeah, you know, oh, lemonade. I like lemonade. It's fine and all. It's not very efficient, though. I'm just like, people don't take you out on dates very often, do they? It's like Elriz if I've seen it before.
But they also don't need food though, do they? So like, should we
Not,
just-
they don't need food technically, but if they don't eat food, then like
Yeah,
it has psychological impacts on them.
like morale. Again, Sun Tzu coming clutch.
Yeah, it's like you gotta have the morale. Like the morale makes a difference. I know it makes a difference for me. Like just as a content creator, if I'm not in a good mood, then I would rather cancel a stream than stream when I'm not in a good mood. I'm not saying I have to, or rather, I need to at least be stable. I don't have to be happy. I can stream when I'm not happy. But, like, I have to be at least stable. If I'm, like, if I'm in, like, a fighty mood, if I'm in a bad mood, like, if I'm in the mood to argue with people, then, like, not a good idea. You know, you don't want to stream when you're in a bad mood. It's a terrible idea. And I would just rather cancel the stream altogether than,
Once you've found the targeted asset,
we've got a
get
battle
onto
mech.
it, and we'll
It's
begin
a
the
cicada.
recovery procedure.
You know, the
Not
trees are
terribly
perfect for a mech like mine. Like, you know, I can really use the trees to my advantage to block the enemy's mid and long range gunfire. Oh god! Oh my god! Thank God this mech has good deceleration. He just like brake checked me.
It's an insurance scam.
Yeah, he just like brake checked me, and like the biggest threat to a light mech is definitely crashing into things. Crashing into things does so much damage. But the deceleration on this mech... I got another battle mech.
Always good to restock on ammo.
It's a Panther. Why don't you get your another battle mech detected from both directions? It's a Jenner.
You want to go for the general? Get rid of this thing.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna hit the Jenner right now. Why are you using like based Combine mechs? Is it because your own Federated Suns mechs aren't good enough? Is that the issue?
Wow! I just one punched that loser.
It's like get your own battle mechs.
Good kill, Commander. Too bad it's going critical.
This Javelin High there is amazing for removing... it's a great hunter-killer mech.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
All right, we are going to regroup with you. I am like 600 meters off. Shouldn't take too long, though. I really like the setup, too. The twin SRM6s and then the small lasers.
I really like this mech. It does feel very nice. It feels very balanced.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on with it, like, and it's got a lot of options, too. Kind of feels like a miniature Banshee. That must be Arden Sortek right there. Watch out for the Gauss rifle on it. That's a pretty big-ass gun.
And I'm pretty sure he's elite.
Yeah, naturally, since he's like a heroic person, I guess.
Commander Mason, let's see what you've got.
Let's see what you got, loser.
Looking to, boss.
I don't know what he's gonna do with this Gauss rifle in a forest. Like, what's he gonna... Like, it's like non-existent lines of fire.
There's a mech here.
I see it now.
Acquired.
We're on it, Commander.
Yeah. Very close for comfort here.
Hit it pretty hard. Okay, he's down.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
Oh, Sortek actually he got me. There you go. Okay. Hit me on the right torso.
I'm gonna pull back a little bit, maybe try and drag them out of there.
Target acquired.
I'm going to, like, give him the butt stabbing treatment.
If he turns, I'll wait for him. He's not interested in it.
Oh, he's turning now.
Nice work.
That takes care of Sortek, but Marshal Davion is
Like, it doesn't matter how big your mech is if you can get behind them. Like, the biggest mechs in the game do not have enough armor on their rear armor to deal with that.
It's like whenever a boxer is easily knocked out, you say he's a weak chin. When a mech's easily knocked out, you say he's a weak ass.
Yeah, he's a weak ass. Weak ass.
Destroyed.
Bro is not been squatting. His back ain't good.
Another mech has entered the area. It's a Centurion.
Yeah, may
Coming
as
in
well
with the AC-10 burst fire, trying to be a little fancy.
kill it. Ugh. There's a couple of scorpions in here. I'm gonna get rid of them because it's gonna annoy us.
Since he doesn't notice me, I'm just going to swing around behind him. Time for the back shots, baby.
Target acquired.
Let me know when you kill him. There's a couple of scorpions over here doing annoying things, so I had to kill them.
Yeah, he's toast.
If you find the acquisition, just walk
Ooh,
up to
loot.
it in order to pick it up.
I think these are supposed to be, what's his name's, like, reinforcements coming to save Sortek too late.
The more the list
Took a
Glitch
while.
says that he prefers the flea over the hide there. I like the flea myself, but I definitely prefer those SRMs are really nice.
Marshal Davion, Colonel Zax, return to Coalition HQ for debriefing. Needless to say, we have a lot that we're gonna need to go over together.
I don't even think Colonel Zex participates in the invasion, but I guess the invasion in Liao was done by the Federated Sons half of FedCom, so who knows what he did. He probably just, like, went back home. 3 million C-bills? No mechs to salvage. That's kind of sad.
We got wrecked.
Unfortunately, that's just the way it works. You never know what you're going to get.
We got the rub of the green.
Which includes absolutely nothing. So for completing the kind of this is not for the whole Kestrel Lancers, but we completed the intro to the Kestrel Lancers, so that gives us a bonus 1.8 million smackaronis, 6 Tier 3 medium lasers, 3 Tier 3 SRM6s, a Tier 3 autocannon, 10, and 2 Tier 3 large lasers, and 3 tons of SRM ammo, and all 3 tons of AC-10 ammo. Not the most insane rewards, but, you know, it's a bonus payout. You know, we'll take it, I suppose. You know, we got a quest here.
Nice.
Oh, you know what it did? It took us to Liao territory. What do you know? So I said that's actually that maybe that's how we should be handling this from now on. So let's go ahead and take the frontline support for House Liao, because doing a quest guarantees high levels of faction reputation. Like, that's one thing. Also, Hansen's Rough Riders are here. Let's try to get Hansen's Rough Riders. We don't have them. Yeah, we don't have them. Hansen's Rough Riders, that's our first stop. Got to be a little opportunistic here. Lots of infiltration ops. Interesting. So our goal here will be to, we're just going to make money. We're going to do whatever we can, but we're going to try to build up our House Liao reputation so that when we do the Kestrel Lancers, it doesn't put them really deep into the negatives. So these are no good. We can't do any of these. Let's try this one. Hopefully one of these are a legitimate target. It just needs to be a high C-bill mission that is not targeting House Liao. Like, that's what we're looking for. This one doesn't pay enough. 600,000 is not enough for me to suspect that the mercs will appear. Dara, welcome to the show. Also, I do have news. So, we do have news in the BattleTech universe. So, apparently, if you didn't know, Piranha Games has had 2 waves of layoffs after Clans has released. The reason for it has been cited that the sale of Clans was not high enough in order to maintain the current level of staff. Now, they didn't get any additional context besides that. But, this is a good one. 4.2 million against House Liao, or against House Davion. That's perfect. That's going to be good enough. So what that means to me is one of 2 things. There's 2 ways to interpret it. One of the interpretations is that Clans didn't do as good as people said it did, and therefore layoffs had to occur in order to cut the costs at the company. The second interpretation of this is that Piranha Games was too big. They had overhired, and it's not that Clans did not sell appropriately, it's that they still had too many staff. The third possibility is that the game sold well initially, but then tapered off. Like, that's also a possibility. But, like, those are what I would consider to be the logical explanations for why the game, for why 2 waves of layoffs have occurred. It has been confirmed by former employees of Piranha Games saying that they were affected by the layoffs. One of the employees said that he dodged the first set of layoffs but did not dodge the second set. Also, this is a mega city assassination mission. I think I'm going to use the Grasshopper because it's going to be nasty close combat. Actually, I'm going to use the Grasshopper. And then a 50-ton mech. There we go.
50-er.
Yeah, that looks good to me. Macronox says, greetings everyone, hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Glitch says, I see it as the game sold well enough, but not enough to keep the full staff of the devs. That is definitely, I think all 3 of them are reasonably possible. I think they each are similarly likely. They may have hired too many people to build the game, and then when the game was done, like they had to can some people. Ah, here we go. Here's the mercs.
Mercs.
Predictable. Not to brag, but we knew exactly where your LZ would be.
The one thing you would say is a lot of these companies tend to like bring in temporary staff to develop with, or at least they maybe not, advertise the temporary, but they really are.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. And one of the things I'll say oh my god, that guy just got like laid out.
If not, we're ready to burn when you are.
You don't want to do this, little bro.
No.
Good job, Commander.
Now he's like bitching about like, oh no, I got sent into a difficult mission because we attacked the lands with like 2 scouts.
New target, Urban Mech.
Got Nervy. One of the things that I think about the game is I think the game may have been pointlessly expensive because I think that a lot of the money was put into the visuals, like the animators. Like, I've heard it said before in an
You
article.
got a lot next. Just back up.
Okay, give me a second.
Just like,
I'm moving in right now. I'm going to use the building to block some of their lines of sight.
That mech is on our kill list.
there's like 5 of them.
So I've heard it said that the visuals are the most expensive part of a game because they take the longest to design for and everything. So, and the thing is, that's one of the things that really is going on in Clans is all of those cutscenes. Lots and lots of cutscenes, you know, and they're not like using in-game assets, or at least I don't think they're using in-game assets. It looks like they were handcrafted, and like I can't imagine that that was cheap. And then the question is, was that worth it? I mean, obviously they wanted to impress people. You know, they're like, this is our big chance to really impress people. I don't know if that was necessarily worth it, though. I don't know if that was worth the money.
A mercenary outfit can always use more weapons.
All right, the next wave is here.
Well, this is a bit of a cringe mission, I'm not gonna lie.
I am just going to waste these guys real fast because I am very good in close combat.
Target acquired.
I'm going to, like, beat this guy's ass real fast. You know, he just... The casual, like, ass-kicking coming in.
I'm getting...
Oh, God, I need to get out of the explosion!
Weapons will make a fine addition to the armory.
Target acquired.
No, a crab over there? I think it's the same one.
Okay, they're ignoring me, so I'm going to just take the straight. I'm just going to beeline it in. Yeah, if you could just, like, keep their attention, then I will...
Okay, I'm getting mangled.
New
There's
target
no other way to
acquired.
describe it.
Target
All right,
acquired.
I'm about to hit the blackjack.
I hide behind this building since they're obsessed with me.
Target destroyed.
All right, the crab is on me right now. One thing that's really nice about this mech is, like, he doesn't want to get close to me. He wants to get farther away. But by getting farther away, he has to, like, turn his back to me. And then he's not able to shoot. He can't strafe at a steep enough angle or at a sharp enough angle.
Well done, Commander. That's exactly what we were after.
All right, we are done. Let's get out of here. Fudge Machine says that, unfortunately for him, MechWarrior 5 Mercs was better than Clans. He wanted Clans to be Mercs with a deeper story. I definitely agree with that, Fudge Machine. I definitely agree that the... I was definitely not impressed with Clans. Like, I thought it was... I just think it was... I think the... Basically, Clans replicates some of the older MechWarrior games, and it's like... Look, when you're on the Get Good Fox channel, I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm not saying that I'm necessarily right, but I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm not going to hold back. And I think that the old formula is obsolete. I know that might be, like, disappointing or, like, sacrilegious to hear, but I think the old formula was good in the time of the old formula, but I don't think it's good enough anymore. I think it lacks replayability. And I think that was one of the biggest weaknesses of Clans. It was very Clans was very repetitive feeling. It was very like it was repetitive and non-replayable, which is an interesting combination. How do you manage to be both repetitive but not replayable? And like that was
you craft terrible missions probably.
Yeah, that was definitely the issue with Clans, and I think that they shoved a lot of money into like the cutscenes. And I think out of the cutscenes, I only thought a few of them were really interesting, like the space battle where Tor's daughter like kamikazes the bridge of that one warship. That was an interesting scene, you know. But for the most part, I thought that a lot of the cutscenes were really not that interesting.
I didn't really enjoy the game at all. Hence why it's was played for 24, 5, 6 hours and then uninstalled immediately.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like, after we completed our playthrough of Clans, I just uninstalled the game, and I have not touched it since then.
The problem is, Glitch Online, when you take the price of the game, you have to compare it to what's come before.
So,
and the fact that MechWarrior 5 is so much cheaper and you get way more time out of it, it's just, I don't know. I think it's hard to look at it that way for me.
So Glitch says something interesting. So Glitch says, I'm relatively new to the franchise, so welcome to Battletech first off. To me, Clans was a good game, but for what it was, it's not MechWarrior 5, but it didn't need to be, nor do I think it was trying to be. The reason that's interesting is because, yes, it wasn't trying to be MechWarrior 5. It was trying to be MechWarrior 2. That's what it was trying to be. And the thing is, it is MechWarrior 2. And MechWarrior 2 is not good enough today. And like I said, that's very dangerous to say because people love MechWarrior 2. But the formula of MechWarrior 2 is not good today because it lacks replayability. It's repetitive and it lacks replayability. There was no such thing as procedural missions in that time frame. I mean, like, MechWarrior 2 was before my time, so I played it. My father just bought it for me, and I was just like, what the hell is this? And then I played it. That's how I got into Battletech. But looking back at how games were designed in that time frame, there was no such thing as the kinds of procedural generation that we have today. So today, people would expect more out of their game. So what MechWarrior 5 Clans did is it tried to recreate a quote-unquote modern MechWarrior 2, but it was only modern in terms of the visuals. Like, the graphics are better, obviously. But otherwise, it's basically just MechWarrior 2. And that's not good enough. I think that's the issue there. So, we got a multi-op coming up. This is a good one. It's a House Liao multi-op. That's who we're trying to build our faction with. And it looks like we're going to rumble with some mercs. So, this is a 6 million smackaronis being paid out here. ×3 multi-op. Target kill, objective raid. So, those look great. Snow in some of them, too. So, lots of bonus payouts. So, for this, we are going to get, like, look at this, 75% more resources. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you want to see in these kinds of missions. And that's all of that payout is coming from the fact that we are doing a multi-op with hazardous weather, and there's a mercenary company active, so we're going to get more bounty hunter intel. So that's really fantastic. Red Eric says, agree, Clans was nice enough, but it doesn't have any staying power like Mercs. I mean, one of the big problems with Clans is it starts with, like, how many mechs does it start with, like 20-something? I think there was like 4 mechs. Weren't there like four or 5 mechs per weight class? Like there was like 4, yeah. So it was like 16 to 20-something mechs. MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries started with like 50-something mechs. And like I think that was a really big problem right off the bat. So let's put that away. 16, there you go. So Glitch said it started with 16 mechs. That's just not enough. Like I said, MechWarrior 5, without any DLC, no DLC added, the base of MechWarrior 5 came out with over 50 mechs. Like, that's pretty... I'm going to use the Blackjack. I'm going to use Blackjack in a while. Oh, yeah, this guy's in.
Yeah, had a ammo explosion.
If you're wondering why an ammo explosion hurts a pilot, one, you could just literally get hurt by the ammo exploding, but you are hooked up to the mech. Like your central nervous system is connected to the mech, and so when the ammo explodes, there can be like electrical feedback. You get like electrocuted by the ammo blowing up. So it's like that's the reason why you get injured from it. Guess I'll send him in one of these. Actually, what's the? Oh, we're never mind. We're in a mega city, and let me not use a long range mech in a mega city. I don't like that idea. I'm gonna use the Marauder, and then I'll downgrade you into the fleet. There we go.
Let's see if he survives.
I feel like he'll just get ignored. That's my opinion on it. Is that he'll just get ignored. Oh, Godzoni, welcome to the show. Dara says, did he miss the question of the day? No, we are talking about the news right now. which if you just now got here, the news for Battletech is that PGI has gone through 2 waves of layoffs due to the sales of clans not being high enough to sustain the current size of their company. They didn't give more context, so we don't know what that means exactly. Was the company too big? Were the sales underperforming? Or maybe they were temporary hires? That's all of those are possible. They didn't give context, but that's the current news.
New target.
What? Oh, we must have got the scout right off the bat. I'm like, that was quick.
Target destroyed. New target Centurion. Target
All right, we've got a Centurion and a Wolverine.
For a Mega City, there's quite a lot of open lines here.
Yeah, I do notice that. Like a very clear section of the Mega City.
We've got a Shadowhawk 2H as well over there.
Okay, so there's 3 medium mechs here. All of them pretty annoying, too. All right, the first one's coming up. It's the Wolverine.
Probably getting the worst one out of the way.
I hit his arm pretty hard. Oh, I'm going to get his leg real fast. I got his leg.
Got the other one. Nice. That's Centurion probably next.
Okay, the Lance is targeting the Centurion. Okay, the Blackjack is like poking out at us. He's so much easier to bring down.
I don't know where that Shadowhawk went.
He's still farther back. He's close to the objective indicator.
Yeah, I think he was the objective. It's oh yeah, Shadowhawk's on us.
Okay, I'm not sure where he's going. Oh, here we go. I guess he wants to fight me. That's fine. You don't want to do this. This is not the move, little bro.
Go, Chip. And a Centurion.
It's some scouts, so not the deadliest of stuff, but I'm sure Macronox is happy to see the Marauder actually able to put enemies down again, because that's one of his favorite mechs.
It is a pretty cool looking mech, to be fair.
I mean, that's one thing I'll always say. The only reason I disliked the Marauder was because, at least in this game, large energy weapons weren't very good, but it had nothing to do with the design. The appearance of the mech is peak.
It will be interesting to see if we'll be able to get some binary lasers on it, you know, like we tried with the Warhammer. Might be interesting to maybe we get it work on this one. Perhaps when we get some Lost Tech unlocked.
Yeah, I mean, like, once we get, like, more weapon options, especially when we unleash Lost Tech, which we will unleash Lost Tech at the, when we reach the maximum, the maximum date. So, Lycan Metal is here. Welcome to the show. Hedgehog says, I've seen veteran developer resign letter on Reddit. Doesn't look very optimistic for the series. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. Like, I definitely think there's opportunities to read into it. Obviously, companies are very... They don't like to reveal their whole hand, and that's because they don't want to, like, cause panic. You know, everyone wants to show a strong face. So it's really hard to say what the layoffs mean in regards to... what does this mean for clans? Personally, I think that they should just be focusing on support for MechWarrior 5 mercenaries. Like, and the reason for that is simply because I just don't think that clans has the replayability. Whereas Mercenaries does have the replayability, so when you're adding in these DLCs, you know, you're just adding, like, more stuff for people to play with, and it just blends into the entirety of the game, which I think is really good. Like, that's what I would be doing. I don't know why. Why don't they just make some cheaper mech packs? Like, you know, charge $5 and add, like, 1 or 2 mechs in for just $5. Like, not every one of these DLCs needs to be a a big, you know, story-based DLC. I'll take. I guess I'll take the. I'll take the blackjack, and then I'll let the rest roll over because this is a time, you know, a triple mission. Pretty smooth on that one. Much better than our last Mega City.
Yeah, definitely.
Putting the blackjack in cold storage. Let's go ahead and take a look at the questions, though, because I do have my community questions going on. So that was the layoffs. So I guess we could tackle the big one. So I do allow people to ask questions if they want me to give a question to the audience. We're gonna go ahead and read this one in its entirety because it was you know, a little lengthier, not like ridiculously so, but so this one comes from Dara, and Dara's question was, if MechWarrior 6 Mercenaries is released, how would you like the gameplay to be? This would be a question both to us, so both to Sheriff and I, and to the chat. How would you like the gameplay to be, as well as how many initial mechs to be released at launch, and name your top mechs for each weight class that you want. Personally, I would like it to be a mix of MechWarrior 5 and Battletech from the 2018 tactical game. Say procedurally generated maps with a starting off as a lone commander working up your ranks in the periphery worlds and the Solaris arena. Maybe you find a crashed ship to repair like in Battletech, building up and starting your own merc company. Doesn't know what year or era. That would be a good start for it. As for mechs, he would say that 8 mechs per weight class for 32. The top mechs for him would be the Firestarter, the Shadowhawk, the Thunderbolt, and the Cyclops. So that is the question from the community to everybody. And what would I do for MechWarrior 6? Well, I would say that the logical progression would be the Clan Wars. The second half of the... I mean, I guess you could cover the full thing. You could do the Clan Wars from the Inner Sphere perspective, so you could do the invasion up to Tukiyid. Then there's also the counterattack where they go on the offensive against... What do you call it? Smoke Jaguar. Also, this is an objective raid in the forest at night. I'm gonna do missiles again. Like, I've been having fun with that. I'm into it.
I'll join you. I'll use my missile Kantaro then.
Oh, using the missile. So, like, let's go ahead and I don't know, one more. Maybe put a bigger guy in. There we go. No, you don't get to use the super big one. You get to use this one. No, you get to use the. You can use this one. There we go. A little more standoffish in this case. But yeah, I probably would put it in the Clan Wars time period, and I would say they probably need to have like 70 mechs or so at launch. They need to have the 50 mechs that they launched with in MechWarrior 5, and then they probably need to have the 16 to 20 mechs from clans. Like, I think that's what you need for to really deliver on the clan invasion. So, like, you need a lot of mechs, though, because there's going to be a lot of expectation for clan mechs. There's going to be a lot of expectation for the Inner Sphere mechs that are available in the, you know, the TRO, like, 30, 50-ish time frame. And that's what I would do. I probably would cover the Clan Wars. As far as how I would differ the mission structure, I would like to see at least 2 lances, you know, get up to, like, basically, you know, just that. Like, because that's what MechWarrior 4 had. MechWarrior 4 had 2 lances. And I'd probably want some kind of a cash sync system. Like, maybe you can, maybe if you serve a particular great house long enough, they'll award you with a planet. And on that planet, you can, like, build your own headquarters. That's probably the basic idea of what I would do. As far as, like, my favorite mechs, I don't know. Like, that's too hard of a question. I have to really sit down and think about that one. The only mech I know I would definitely want is the Flashman in the heavyweight category. Oh, this is the 2P model of the...
Yeah, I think we have one of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have one as well.
Go away!
He's so fast because of the supercharger.
Go away! Oh, no, maybe we don't have one of these. Oh, no, we do, yeah.
Target destroyed.
He just doesn't want to go down. Holy crap.
Target acquired. Destroyed.
Delphinius asks, is the Dervish just impossible for lance mates to use, or is it more that they suck at the mixed LRM and SRM loadouts? I mean, if you're going to use LRMs on the AI, you have to control them. You have to tell them where to go. Like, you have to set them up. Like, the AI is going to be bad with LRMs in general if you do not order them to hold position.
Dara's got a good question. I think, you know, that question, I think for me, I like to see something really funny. I really want them to go back to like something new but good, like the Star League, which is very hard since, as you mentioned before, Fox, there is no source material. And are they to be trusted whenever there is? They aren't to be trusted whenever there is source material. However, something like we've done mercenaries. What about something like pirates or something? I kind of want to like build my own like Franklin mechs and stuff. I think that kind of sounds funny.
Yeah, it's like they've made TROs. Like, you could probably play Star League on tabletop, but like, yeah, there's just have never been any games that cover the Star League Civil War. Like, that's the main thing, is there's never been a precedent for games to cover the Star League Civil War. Like, it's just like, I don't know, people just seem kind of wary of tackling it. Delphinius says that he felt MechWarrior 5 was a bit too basic, and he wanted to hire more engineers and stuff. Yeah, I definitely think there needs to be more simulation. I definitely think they should add in more mech quirks and stuff like that. Like, I definitely think that they probably made MechWarrior 5 a little basic because it is kind of reintroducing the series. But I definitely think they could add in mech quirks. Like I said, there probably needs to be some kind of infrastructure, like, you know, like some kind of like management aspect to the game. Because, like, really the big thing about what makes MechWarrior Mercenaries different than the other MechWarrior games is the whole idea that, you know, you're supposed to be managing your own mercenary company. That's what's supposed to make it special. Like, why the MechWarrior 5, why the MechWarrior Mercenaries, like, you know, like the extra subtitle to it?
Well,
that would be the end.
We have a Fox behind you with a hatchet. Oh no, there's another guy. He's gonna get chopped.
Okay, maybe he'll get far. I cannot.
Okay, I think I...
There we go.
No, it didn't. The hatchet's still attached.
We're busy trying to kill this locust. Okay, let me stop trying to kill this locust. Let me deal with that hatchet.
Okay. He hasn't got a hatchet anymore.
It's so stupid how like these like little tiny mechs can make you look like an idiot.
They're so fast, they're hard to hit.
Especially the Phoenix Hawk is like, it's got enough armor that it just doesn't go down.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
This was apparently not the correct mech to bring to this battle. I had no idea, but this was a mistake.
Target destroyed.
Delphinius says that he hates the Trebuchet hero mech. That would be the LG. That it gets hot too quickly. That probably means you need to scale its weapons back. You're probably like using too aggressive a weaponry. Eder says thousands of years to attach a stick to a mech. That's what one of the pilots in MechWarrior 5 clans said that.
It's like the only half funny line in the whole game.
Yeah, no, I don't even think it was an issue that like attaching a stick to a mech was very difficult to do. It's just that for the same reason the clans scoffed at it, the melee mechs were not invented because it just wasn't really thought of as like it just wasn't thought of as a good idea.
Well, little did they know.
Hedgehog says, make light mechs great again. I think light mechs are already really good. Like, I don't have a problem using light mechs in high-level content. This mission just has like a ton of really scattered enemies.
Excellent find, Commander.
As long as they stay scattered.
But basically to wrap up the community question, I just think that the issue with MechWarrior 5, in terms of what could be better about it, is it needs more simulation. I think the gameplay is fine. You know, we could talk all day about, oh, the AI isn't good enough. I don't even know if Piranha Games is capable of making the AI better. I've just accepted it. I'm just like, okay, the AI will probably be bad for all existence. So, but like, you know, in terms of things that I do think they could influence, I definitely think that more simulation is important. And if they need to, they can look at yet another mech lab, because yet another mech lab has MechWorks. You know, they can look at those games for ideas, for sure. Or those mods.
Target acquired.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target.
There was a mech over here.
All objectives
All right, let's
destroyed.
go.
Place
Yeah.
inbound on marked
Oh, we got a dropship,
Oh.
dropship.
I don't know, urban mech here. Let's might go try and get rid of this guy first to clear the
Yeah. Let's jump the urban mech real fast. Plus, I'm trapped inside the base.
Okay, he's no primary up. Okay, he's done.
Target
Got a locust.
destroyed.
All right, I'm getting some distance.
Target
Hello, okay, and
acquired.
there's something bigger. I don't know what that is. I'm running away from it.
Target
I am
destroyed.
bombarding the bigger target that you mentioned. It is a Shadowhawk 2B. Commence the bombardment. He's got a leg breach.
I cannot make distance on him.
Target destroyed.
Hosed him down. I'm targeting the locust now.
That was a very fast kill for a Shadowhawk.
Yeah, that mech went down very quickly, actually. I don't know if the pilot skill was the factor on it, but or maybe my missiles just decided to hit for a change. I mean, look at this. I can use LRMs pretty nicely in MechWarrior 5, where the LRMs were awful in Clans. MechWarrior Online spoiled Delphinius for being able to tag. You can still do that. Like I use tag. When we have mechs that are capable of, I'll probably do it in this playthrough, in fact, because we have the archer. I still use tag. All right, I'm going to spend some of our drop point, just because I don't want to get screwed. Let me spend down to about 20. No, I'll just take everything. Yeah, I'll take everything. So we still have 20 salvage left over. Hopefully they don't screw us.
Another raid. I would be tempted to drop the salvage down if you can for more money.
We can do that.
I don't think we're going to need 51, but we'll see.
There we go.
That's where we'll get something crazy.
Okay, I renegotiated into 2 salvage and 5 money, and we're out of damage coverage as well.
Okay.
So the last mission in this series is objective raid in the ice. And the payout is pretty high, actually. No, the payout's normal. I thought maybe it would be possible that the mercs would hit a second time, but I don't think that'll be the case. So since this is a hot mission, I'm going to use the hot, Karitan archer that overheats very quickly.
I'm actually using a Karitan Shadowhawk.
It's like based Karita with like the good models. We got about 75 tons. Yeah, I'll bring let's bring I'll bring another archer. Why not? He won't know how to use the LRMs now. I'll feel like bossing him around. There we go. Actually, what if I just bring in 2 commandos? Commando, this, 2 heavy. Yeah, I just want to get more of our pilots involved so that we can keep skilling them up. Although some of them are already maxed out, actually. That's fine, though. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we probably need to look for some upgrades for some of those pilots.
Yeah, I mean, you could still do that. Like Delphinia says, I meant target locking for people at LRM. You could still do that. Like, the tag increases the accuracy of the missiles in MechWarrior 5.
Yeah, we're good on light mechs. Really quickly running around.
It definitely makes a
Those
difference,
buddies.
too. Like, you can definitely tell, hey, we're getting allies. There's another lance here.
Target acquired.
I'm not complaining.
Okay, so let's see what's going on. So here are some comments in the Reddit on MechWarrior 5. Actually, no, I wanted to... Okay, I wanted to talk about some general entertainment news. We'll blast through these real fast. So apparently, this is something I didn't know. Have you heard of Red Note, Doctor?
No. I have
So
not heard of
Red Note is a Chinese TikTok clone. And why would we care? Now, you still might not care, but this Chinese TikTok clone is currently the most downloaded app in U.S. app markets.
Target acquired.
So are we going to see the rise of TikTok 2 in Red Note? Now, I know a lot of people already don't have a positive opinion of TikTok.
Destroyed.
I use TikTok because it's useful to me as a content creator.
Target acquired.
But,
Target acquired.
you know,
Target acquired.
But yeah, we might be seeing, or is this a chance to remember that legislation where the United States said that they were going to like ban TikTok or something? Is this a way to get around that? Who knows what's going to happen? But that is an interesting bit of news.
Ready to start pickup operation.
Then another bit of news that's coming in is the Nintendo Switch 2 apparently is going to be unveiled very soon. And if you didn't know, the first Nintendo Switch is one of the most popular video game consoles ever created. Even though it's a newer console in the grand scheme of things, it is the second most purchased console in the world.
Wow.
The only console that exceeds it is the PlayStation 2.
Wow.
Enemy mech destroyed.
I think that surprises a lot of people, that I don't think people realize how big mobile gaming is, because I would consider the Switch basically a humongous mobile platform, like basically a gigantic phone. But mobile gaming is becoming it already is a really big deal. And I think I think a lot of people are really boomerish, frankly, about I'm not saying people need to like mobile gaming, but I do think that people should. Oh God! I just blasted one of my own guys.
I think it was me.
Oh God! I just blasted one of my guys. That was the Vindicator, though.
Okay, am I cooking here?
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object.
So Nintendo definitely was on the right track with the Switch. Like the evidence speaks for itself with how popular it is. But like I said, honestly, the future probably is mobile gaming, if not already.
Go down.
Like take like the most popular games in the world, like Fortnite, are on phone. Like you can play Fortnite on phone. Like that's one, that's how strong phones are getting, and two, that's how influential phones are. And I do think a lot of people are very boomerish about phones, or mobile games. Like there's like a stigma involved in it. But at the end of the day, I think it's just the information speaks for itself. Oh, artillery waking up! Artillery waking up!
Yeah.
Our benefactor will be pleased with our success. Now get back to the
Really close by those, so I'm gonna waste those artillery cannons real quick. One cannon down. And basically, my point is, I'm not saying that people need to like mobile games, but this is the way I've always phrased it. I want to live in the real world, the world that like actually is the way it is, and that's just the truth. Like mobile gaming is a really big deal. In fact, it might be the most important deal. I don't know for sure. But that seems to be the trend, and that's why the Switch 2 announcement is really big. Oh, go ahead and take us out.
Well, my opinion on it is very similar to your own. Like, when you go back like 15 years ago, like some of the biggest consoles, forget about the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox for a moment, but after that, the Nintendo DS and the PlayStation Portable were absolutely massive. And it's like two things. One, they're powerful. But also, like, the value for money is crazy too. And that speaks the same for mobile gaming, like, on your phone, because people already own phones. And, not everyone can afford to spend, $3,000 or $4,000 on a gaming PC, or even $600 or $700 on the new console that goes extinct every 4 or 5 years. And even maybe some people even on something like the like a DS or like the new Nintendo Switch, but like mobile gaming, like you say, like there's so many things on it, and like you already have one, so the budget is like crazy friendly. Like it's, I agree. I definitely think like I was definitely a mobile gaming skeptic. I still probably won't play them that often, but I definitely play them from time to time. There's no doubt about it. If I've got some time to waste, I'll boot up my phone and I'll find some like little mobile game to play, even if it's just something rubbish like Bloons Tower Defense. I remember I used to play that, so I'm definitely not too snobbish for that.
So John, though, says the majority of mobile gamers are people who've never played actual games before, and that's what I mean by this is like a very like obsolete perspective, because the truth is that mobile games are actual games now. Like you can play Call of Duty on phone, you can play Fortnite on phone, like you can play, like basically it's just not true anymore. Mobile games are actual games. And we'd also have to believe, like, video games are everywhere. You can't go anywhere without running into video games. We'd have to believe that somehow people have not played a game on a console or a computer at any point in time, and I think that's unlikely. Oh, wow, they're the peripheries here? That's kind of interesting. Oh, great. Okay, so we're trying to level up our Liao standing, so we're going to go ahead and I got a triple mission for Liao here. That's going to be good for things. Triple mission with Liao against House Davion. It's going to be an objective raid, a demolition, and infiltration, and all of them have hazardous weather. The first one is a mega city objective raid. Here, give me, I'll take it. 42 salvage, that's good.
The mission area is under a heavy weather warning.
It's one of those things where, like, technology is definitely passing. There's definitely, I was guilty of this myself. Like, I didn't like TikTok. I thought TikTok was really stupid. I definitely think there's stupid aspects to TikTok still, but technology was was threatening to pass me by. And then I realized, like, I mean, I just need to get with the times. I just need to, like, embrace TikTok. And so doing that actually was a really big benefit to my channel, because by embracing TikTok, I accessed an entirely new section of Battletech fans that were on TikTok, and apparently there's not a lot of Battletech content on TikTok, and I constantly get messages on TikTok of people saying, wow, like Battletech, they call it like Battle Talk, that's the nickname for it. Let me see, creator tools, let me see if maybe I can find a comment real fast. Creator tools, analytics, posts, comments. Let me see. So, like, these are all my comments on TikTok, and, like, you can see there's quite a few of them, and these are all Battletech videos. You know, like, all of these are, like, comments from people. I had to scroll by age. But, yeah, I do get people who are basically like, wow, like, I didn't know people made content on TikTok for, like, Battletech. So I basically accessed a totally new group of I'm gonna use the Kintaro. I said I was gonna use the Kintaro by doing it. And so, like, you know, is Red Note gonna be a big deal? Because if Red Note is gonna be a big deal, then yeah, I'm gonna start making content on Red Note as well. Is this a full medium lance we're doing? I kind of want to do an asymmetrical lance, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna bring the flea in again. Chubby says, I've streamed MechWarrior 5 onto my phone. There you go. You streamed MechWarrior 5 onto your phone. Jason says, I love this game. Do you have any of the DLCs? I have all the DLCs.
Wants to destroy enemy assets and raid for supplies.
So here's another good comment. Okay, Ostropen says, the problem I have with mobile games is the absolutely scummy monetization and predatory practices. Now, that's a good comment. Why is that a good comment? Because this is the reason why it's a good comment. Is that really a mobile game problem? Let's be honest here. Is that a mobile game problem? Or is that just an industry problem? Because now, you know, it used to be that mobile games were really scummy, but now all games are scummy. It's like, what games aren't scummy? You know, what games aren't trying to rip you off? Like, you know, you got your people like, oh, what about mobile gacha games? Gacha games are always, like, trying to screw you over. God, we are in, like, the meat grinder right now. I'm crashing into every single enemy. Oh, this is one of these ones where they are just like, I'm in the thick of it. Everybody knows. We need to, like, thin these guys out.
I punched him to death. I'm just, like, punching everyone right now.
Yeah, I took a lot of damage, so I'm going to try to... Okay, I'm going to get this Jaeger mech. This Jaeger mech is doing a lot of damage to us.
Another Jaeger mech, that's crazy.
Yeah, so, like, nowadays, though, it's like every game is scummy. All games are trying to rip us off. Like, every game is trying to, like, you know, like, you know, in a mobile game, at least it's free to play. At least mobile games don't charge you at first. But now you've got, like, platform games, like PC and console games. They charge you, like, $60, $70, and the Battle Pass, and there's, like, microtransactions or some kind of gacha system in a full-priced game. So, like, yeah, you know, I would normally, like I said, the times have changed. That's the issue. The times have changed. So normally I would have agreed that, yeah, mobile games are really scummy, but the normal games have caught up. The normal games have caught up to the mobile games. So it's not true anymore. Like, the times have changed. Two more light mechs, multiple light mechs on our right side. That's a lot of enemies.
they're like equally as scummy, but there's like no down payment at the start.
This guy's out of here.
I love this mission. This mission is crazy.
This is a mission and a half. Like, I think this is one of these bugged out missions where they like put too much stuff, but we're fighting through it. We're making it happen.
Enemy mech down. Easy
I know,
there.
random crab.
Yep, I'm on the crab now. We got a Phoenix Hawk and another Jaeger mech. I'm gonna divert and go for the Jaeger mech.
Not liking this. Component lost.
Got his arm. Let me get his other arm real fast. Got his other
Oh.
arm.
So many mechs.
Yeah, I gotta lock in for a moment. I love to talk about mobile games and how crap this industry is, but right now I gotta lock in, chat. Give me a second. You know, the commander's gotta, you know, like get to work. I gotta earn my pay for a change. I'm gonna destroy his arms just cause that'll be a faster way to remove them. His arms are disabled.
He's done. Move on to the next thing. You got a Centurion here?
Knocking his arm off. The Centurion's arm is gone.
Nice kill. Pity we lose all that sound.
You see how we like surgically remove these enemies? Like, you know, when you lock in, you gotta be like tactical. You gotta like knock them out surgically. Same here, gonna target the gun arm. Let me just go right over here and goodbye to. Oh, he survived. My aim was a little bit off. Get you. That urban mech is almost down. Gonna knock out this tank.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target.
We still have a lot of. Okay, no, we got all the targets, didn't we?
Here, yes.
Target destroyed.
Threat eliminated.
Okay, we got to get the
Here it is.
rest of. I think we have finally cleared the enemies out. This Kantara, look at the damage distribution on this Kantara. That's amazing. Red armor everywhere. That's the perfect damage distribution, where you're taking a lot of damage, but nothing is getting through the armor, except on my rear armor. But that we were totally surrounded. That's perfectly fine there.
Once you've found the targeted asset, move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure. Nice to have some extra ballistics.
Knock this guy out of the sky. I think they finally are giving up on their. Oh my God, this was. Oh wait, no. Helicopters and it's just an assassin.
Target neutralized.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
That target is ours.
Big damage on the assassin. Okay, the assassin is out of here.
Threat removed.
Another medium mech, another assassin. Interesting.
Wilco,
New target, assassin.
Oh, I got some. I glanced at the chat.
Component lost.
I got some. We got some interesting thoughts in the chat. I definitely got some stuff to say, but I got to make sure that we navigate this mission. Some of our mechs are starting to wear down. I don't think it's too big of a deal. Yeah, like the Grasshopper is a zombie mech, so all it lost were some medium lasers. That's an advantage to that mech model.
Acquired.
I'll divert over here and get this last thing if you want to go and.
Okay,
no, you
yeah,
don't.
I'll move to the farther one. I'm moving to the 600-kilometer target.
Okay, partners need to grab the loot here. Give me ammo. I might have SRM ammo. You son of a bitch.
We'll be sure to
Oh, I
put
got ammo,
that
nice.
to good use.
Target
Not
acquired.
very much, mind you.
that one.
Target destroyed.
Okay, we got to destroy these fuel tanks.
Target down. That's the last of the
Okay, we completed everything. We can get out of here.
Where's the dropship at? I just know there's one. Maybe not.
This was a battle. Let me tell you something.
And like this is a great example of why procedural generation is a
Yeah,
good thing
yeah.
and why, like, honestly, this is crazy.
The music was really good too. I really like this song. I don't know if it's playing the
Yeah.
same song for you as me, but it's got like one of the better songs playing. That's already better than the clan. Look, it's not my objective to shit on clans all the time, but I have to show you what makes Mercs better than clans. We got this slamming music, this very surprising mission, just all hell's breaking loose. We still make it work, you know, we still get out of it. It's gonna be a profitable mission too, even with the damage. The damage was not like devastating. And this was a very random mission. It's a lower level mission too. So this was a very exciting mission, despite it being a low level mission. And it was just, and it just came out of left field. Like, who knew that such a mission would have happened? Oh, we get a Jaeger mech, I'll take it. Is the Jaeger mech on our mech list? I want to say it might be.
I don't recall.
Yes. The Jaeger mech is on our list. So we just picked up we got our first mech in a while.
Excellent. Well, I know one of our formulas for that mech.
Well, let me pick up some of these AC5s then, because we might need some AC5s, because, we're moving into the Jaeger mech. I'm going to roll 17 of the salvage over it. Look at those damage numbers. That's pretty good. Look at that. Even though the Grasshopper lost 2 limbs, we only paid 500,000 in damage, and that's how much I bidded for. I bidded for either 500,000 or 600,000 in repair payouts. So, like, we didn't even lose anything. Like, that was exactly the purpose of it, so that worked out really well. Oh, no, I didn't do any damage coverage on this one. So we took a 500,000 C-bill loss there, but we earned so much that it wasn't even that big of a deal. It wasn't even a thing. So the next mission is a demolition in the forest with a rainstorm going on. That's what I think is definitely interesting. So let me see. Red Eric says the city missions are brutal. Yeah, I mean, that was like that. I definitely, if we were new players, we would have gotten wasted. I am completely confident in that. Okay, now I'm gonna use. I said I was gonna use the blackjack. Now I'm gonna use the blackjack. We definitely would have gotten wasted if we were not as familiar with the game. There's no doubt about that.
I'm thinking. Wait, what's this? Oh, sorry. What's the?
It is a demo in the
crashed.
forest.
Can you invite me again? For some reason.
Oh yeah, sure.
I didn't actually crash. I just left the game
So
for some reason.
John Doe says that none of the games he plays are scummy because he votes with his wallet. 100%. Like, no one's putting a gun up to your head to play games, so like you can always control the games that you play 100%. Stellaris is 300% with all DLCs. Are you joking? Is that true? Chad, is that real? Stellaris is $300, like if there's no discounts.
That is kind of crazy. I think it is because there's so many like DLCs like him.
Happy Teddy Bear says that he admits that he committed the cardinal gaming sin of buying some in-game currency. It was just one, though. I buy gaming currency basically all the time. Like I don't have a problem buying gaming currency. Jason, did the invite go through?
Yeah, and I was pressing join, but I got booted out again.
Okay,
I'm just restarting in my game.
Okay. I'll just chat with the chat then for a moment. Jason says, I've been playing some form of Battletech and MechWarrior since the early 90s. That's basically what MechWarrior 5 Clans was supposed to be a love letter to. Delphinia says, I've gotten an itch to get into Battletech. Just have zero idea where to start. Well, I mean, if you're playing MechWarrior Online and MechWarrior 5, then I would personally recommend playing, get into the Battletech strategy game. Let me see. Let me go here.
Right. Invite me now.
Sure.
Peggy 12.
The next step, I would say, would be to get into this game. This would be Battletech. It's just called Battletech, which can be a little confusing. Look at the ratings, though. Very positive, very positive. It's got a few DLCs. All the DLCs are good. And, like, here, I'll vouch for this game. You want me to vouch for this game? Let me vouch for this game. Battletech. 1,025 hours, 0.7 hours. That's my endorsement for that game. I'm a big fan of that game. I'm into it. That's what I would say. That would be your next step. John Doe says it's not a sin to buy game currency if you like the game and the devs are. Yeah, like I said, it's just an agreement. If you if you're willing to tip somebody at a bar, if you're willing to tip somebody, just give bonus money to somebody for being a delivery driver, then, you know, I think we could afford to, like, tip developers in the games we like. If a game is bringing you a lot of enjoyment, that's what I see buying currency as. It's a tip. Like, you know, I like it, and I'm providing some of my support to it.
That also didn't work again. I'm not sure why.
Oh,
I've
that's
tried
weird.
restarting the game.
Yeah, maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's my fault.
Yeah, no,
Let
I
me
honestly
just
don't
go
know.
ahead and it could be my fault. I'll just
Pretty
reload
odd.
the game.
We don't normally have this issue with MechWarrior 5
Yeah,
Mercenaries.
it's more of a clans issue.
That's
More
what
of
it is.
a
Not-
clan tech issue.
I feel like we're shitting on them again, but honestly, guys, if you weren't familiar with the last playthrough, you should have seen the absolute like war we had to connect to this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's why I canceled the playthrough, because I was like, nah, it's not happening. Load. Definitive says, as a 40k player, that is easier in that you have a clear direction for the factions and sub-factions. Yeah, the factions in Battletech are a little harder to... Because, you know, they're not like aliens. So they're not as distinct from one another. Like, the differences are basically political differences and cultural differences.
It'll compromise your visibility.
All right, invite away. Also, I'm going to go ahead and save so I don't have to do that a second time. Happy Teddy Bear says, it was his friend. It was an online mode in Red Dead Redemption 2. That is a game I have not played. Sounds like you made it in?
Yeah, it's loading up.
Okay, good. So that's fine. So
Yep,
put the
I'm there.
Jaeger mech in. Let me get our mechs repaired. So as I was saying, the next mission is a... Oops.
Forest demo, was it?
Yeah, demo in a forest with a rainstorm. I'm going to use the blackjack. I said I was going to use the blackjack. I haven't used it in a little while, so blackjack is going in. Also, let me... Yeah, that's fine. I'll let you
use
pick
the
your...
weird
Okay, use
marauder.
the marauder. Okay, I'm going to throw in a crab,
The oddball.
and I'm going to throw a javelin. Let me see what chat's saying. Jason says, grab the quicksand for tabletop, if that's what you're wondering about. It's a rule set. Okay, yeah. So that would basically be for the tabletop. I would say, like, Battletech, the strategy game, is a really good way to see if you're going to be into the tabletop, because it's not as much of an investment, and the mechanics are more closely related. That would be my advice, personally.
Systems nominal.
Happy Teddy Bear says he loved Red Dead Redemption 2 despite its slow beginning. I did not enjoy the first Red Dead Redemption, which is why I didn't get the second one. I have heard good things about Red Dead Redemption 2, but in my interpretation, it means that it's probably good for other people, but it's probably not good for me, because like I said, I found Red Dead Redemption 1 to be... I actually felt burned when I bought it, because my friends talked me into buying it. I bought the game, and then I actually just traded the game into GameStop.
Target acquired.
There it is. I'll leave the rest of the demolition job up to you, Commander.
Okay, so this mech should absolutely obliterate a base, because autocannons are very good at destroying buildings.
Those Mechs just crossed the base's perimeter. Don't let them get any further.
They're operating at reduced efficiency.
I got a enforcer. Oh, he's jump jetting. That's an interesting choice.
The integrity of this place is down to 50%.
Light mech on the left side. I'm targeting.
Didn't-
Target destroyed.
Okay, now I can come to a standstill and just focus on aiming. With the AC2, you got to get a lot of uptime on it for it to be effective. You got to get, like, you know, you just got to really saturate the target. Just let them really have it.
Target destroyed.
There's quite a lot of enemies coming in. I'm gonna back up.
Okay, I'm doing the same then. I actually got a locust that's currently on me.
That mech is on our kill list. You know what to do.
Oh, they're all bum rushing me.
Target acquired.
Leave me alone.
New target.
I didn't do anything. I'm targeting the enforcer because it's the easiest target to hit.
We are clear target.
Good.
Target destroyed.
Moving on to the crab.
Acquired.
Okay, they're off me, so I'm coming to a standstill.
Engaging.
He's just a torso.
Target destroyed. Target
Do more mechs.
Behind us, behind us, behind us.
Forgot how pop this mech was.
They really want me. I'm not even the biggest target. Why do they want me so bad? Like, oh, you think you could just be a blackjack in our neck of the woods? He's down.
destroyed. Target acquired. System
I think I just got DFA'd. I think I just got DFA'd. DFAs don't even exist in this game. Something just one-shot me. Something just one-shot me out of nowhere. What the fuck happened, chat?
Can you switch
It's
to
like
mech?
DFAs shouldn't exist. No, you have to switch before you go down. His body fell on top of me and killed me. Like, I shot him down in midair, and then his body fell down on top of me and took me out. I think that's my opinion on what happened. The thing is, like, DFAs shouldn't exist in the game. Like, I've had so many mechs jump on top of me, and nothing happens.
Alright, just trying to get rid of you before you kill me.
You got all, like, buddy boy Phoenix Hawk here.
Commander, this complex is on the verge
DFA
of
is the nickname for a jumping attack where you jump onto something. It's to call it a death from above attack. Oh, well, gives me a chance to read the chat. So, Red Eric says, when Clans hits you with a cheating boss so-call, it feels like it's targeting you unfairly by breaking the rules. The city mission in Mercs, I know, will always just be crowded and painful. I actually liked the so-call fight just because it was different. If you're going to make handcrafted missions, then, like, you got to throw something different into the game. And so that's what I did like about the so-call. It's like, does it, like... Is, like, the physics of the fight questionable? Sure. But I just didn't care. There's those two helicopters are still behind you as well, and there's a medium mech.
Those guys destroyed them. Oh my goodness. That damage drop off is crazy. Oh, of course it's a Wolverine.
Delphinia says Stellaris has 10 to 12 DLCs that are each $10 to $20. Yeah, you would never want to. You would want to buy Stellaris on a big sale. Oh, you can give them orders? That's good.
Yeah, now that you're dead, that's really weird.
No, right arm destroyed.
Yeah, his arm isn't that important. Well, maybe it is if it's the crab. How close is the base to being destroyed?
Literally like 10%. I just keep getting pushed off it.
Easy as ever.
There's a bunch of little crummy vehicles attacking.
Yeah. I just have to like shoot between my feet overloading. I destroy this, should be done.
Eder says that he loves Battletech, bought a new PC just to run the mods faster. Battletech is great. And look at the sheriff, like, clutching up here. Obviously, it would have been better if my mech didn't get one shot out of nowhere. We'll have to see the damage profile on it. I've even had mechs do that. I've even shot mechs out of the sky and had them land on me, and they did no damage at all. So
Kentaro,
it's like-
I do not think so. I am gonna go over the rocks. Oh, bugger, I can't. I have to go around. Leave me alone, Kentaro. You don't want me.
There goes the crab.
This much damage, much longer.
I gotta get out of here before that thing just murders everyone.
Damn, it went so well until the very end when they got the crab.
That was a weird mission.
Yeah, that was really strange. I don't think that's the Blackjack's fault, though. Like, the Blackjack was performing really well. I think that was just a weird irregularity in the game. That's my opinion on it. Let's just take all of this stuff, and we have one more mission, so I'll let 15 roll over. I think that's a weird irregularity. Yeah, it destroyed my center torso. And my center torso is still either yellow or orange. So I just got like one shot on the center torso just out of nowhere. Massive damage to the battle mechs. But like, we have so much money that like, I mean, we could suffer like $100 million in damage or C-bills in damage and be fine. So, you know, we'll put them in there for now.
Kick me out. I got stuck in that stupid menu thing again.
Wow, that's weird. What is happening? Invite away. Yeah, I'm gonna chalk that up to some kind of weird gaming physics error, because like that should not have happened. Ray says salvage rolls over in multi-missions. Absolutely, not just your salvage. Your damage coverage rolls over as well. You know, your damage coverage rolls over. I mean, I could reload that just because it was like, that was like a bullshit effect that occurred. But like I said, we have so much money that I won't even remember 3 million C-bills. Like, I wiped my ass with 3 million C-bills.
Yeah, we are kind of balling right now.
Yeah, it's not even a thing. So we'll just eat the loss and rebuild the mechs. And when I say eat the loss, it's basically like, you know, eating 1 grain of rice compared to our current value. So, like, we'll just do that, and we'll just continue. This show goes on. So, the next mission's infiltration.
Bring something slightly bigger in just in case there's a mech we need to destroy.
I'll just use either. Let me see what chat is saying. I'm just the humble blackjack. He was doing good, too. The blackjack was ripping people up, and then he just gets, like, one shot out of nowhere. There is no way that was a... There is no way that was, like, a normal, legitimate game mechanic. Like, that had to be some kind of bizarre irregularity.
You know what it is? It's just a weak Federated Suns mech.
That's what it is. It's like a Fed. It's like, of course, the Fed Suns like the blackjack.
I'm gonna actually let you go over there and activate that. I'm gonna stay on this side just in case there's like, you know, because it's
Yeah, I can handle that. No problem. Delphinius says that yes, but I've had missions where there's no mechs. You just had to deal with it. Like, that's the best way to get assault mechs. Assault mechs often cost, like, you know, like up to like 40 salvage shares. The best way to salvage assault mechs is to roll it over. And yeah, if you don't get any mechs, sure, you eat the loss, but it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. I would go for. And also it helps you live on the edge. Like, don't be a pussy. You gotta live on the edge. It was friendly fire from Rihanna, says like Logan. That's what I said. We gotta replace Rihanna. I want Rihanna fired and replaced with a waifu from Nikkei. I want Privity. That's who I want.
Good work, Commander. I'm showing
Fox loves edge. I gotta take it to the max. You gotta live on the edge. I forgot, there was a new brain rot term for gooning. There was like advanced gooning, but like I don't remember the term.
Has identified an enemy mech undergoing field refits. We have a window to take it out before the enemy can respond. On your map, I've marked the location of some valuable.
Which faction fights for managed democracy? The Federated Suns. They like literally. They fight for like the Federated Suns are literally the faction who is like, you do not think like us. Your poor, backward society needs some democracy. Like, we are going to save your poor, backwards people from your tyranny by liberating them. Your people scream out for the Federated Suns to liberate them from their tyrant ways. So, like, it's just the answer is the Federated Suns.
There's actually a Jaeger mech down there if you wanted to destroy it and steal it, you know, to salvage it.
Jelking? Jelking is a different thing. Jelking is how you make your dick bigger. It doesn't work, by the way, so don't actually try it, but, like, that's what jelking is a different thing.
Okay, I am not going in there.
Ooh, detection alert. There's a lot of guys in there. I'm backing off.
If you find the acquisition, just walk up to it.
I think they get to keep that one.
That's close enough.
There you go. There it is. Big O baby boy. He got it. Flicker gooning. That's the new term. Flicker gooning.
Brilliant. Payload
It's like I've
acquired.
gooned for 3 hours straight. It's like I've flickered for 7 seconds.
Sounds so naughty.
I mean, it is. It's like Big O baby good
Oh my
boy.
God,
He's got me covered though.
Field.
Choose your.
Down.
Simple
Dirks, 'cause they
Simon
kinda
speaks.
all
What
go
did
damage.
what did I stumble into? Well, because this mission doesn't require a lot of brain power, I'm able to brain rot myself in the middle of the mission. Maybe I'm lying.
We
Am
made
am I capping? Like, is this mission actually going to require some brain power? I'm going to
might
go for
have
this
to.
one over here.
Target
Yeah, we might
acquired.
actually have to Brian here.
I think this one's okay. Like, unless I'm lying, I could be lying. I think this one.
Better not be lying.
Actually, I think I'm
You better not
lying.
lie to me.
Target acquired.
Why'd you lie to me?
Yeah, I'm lying. Okay, I don't know. All of these are equally defended. What's going on here? Why are they so defended? Okay, here's the plan.
What-
Head towards the safe area, and I'm just gonna kamikaze grab one of them.
Right. Okay. We don't really know exactly where that's at, but I will go towards.
Ray's asks,
anyway.
is there any chance that Harebrained Schemes will make a BattleTech sequel? No. I mean, I guess no isn't 0%. It's probably not 0%. It's super low, though, because Harebrained Schemes officially said that they are done with BattleTech. Let me squish this real fast. Okay, so the objective is right over there. If you didn't know, in a stealth mission, you could step on vehicles and turrets without alerting things.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden
So surely they won't mind if I just, you know, go in like this and grab everything. See you guys later.
package secured.
Yeah, I'm.
I got it. I got it. I got it. Ah, 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 ah,
400 meters away to survive.
ah, 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 ah. I got it. They didn't see me. I fucking
nice.
got it.
Do you want to go for another one?
Yeah, I'll get another one.
I'll just wait right on the exit if it gets silly.
That's why they call me the Fox.
This is why I'm called the crab, because I'm well defended and hiding somewhere.
Okay, so first thing I got to do is find out where it's located. You get close enough, it'll show you with a beam of light. Okay, it's right there. Watch me cheat. You ready for me to cheat? Watch this. I'm going to show you how to cheat. Okay, so... Oh, you're looking at me, are you?
New target, urban mech.
See how the urban mech can actually rotate in like 360 degrees? That's like an urban mech thing. Just urban mech things. Well, you can't do it. Oh, wait. Yeah, about to say you can't do it. That's the limit of your turning. I'm trying to see who's piloting this thing. Okay. All right. How am I going to get this? From this angle. Okay, this is the good angle. So now that I've reconned it with my special technique, I'm gonna go in like this. Very stealthy. They won't know that I'm doing this. Really? I can't step over this? Okay, let me try this again. I can't step over it? No. Not like this. No! Not like this! Let me over! There we go. I'm getting away with it. I'm gonna get away.
Do I go in?
No. Like, I'm gonna try to get the last one. That's why the Javelin needs jump jets. Goddamn stupid jump jets. Okay, well, let's get the last one. So this one I don't need to be sneaky. I can just run in and grab it. Okay, let me see. So these are vehicles. I can squish these. It's not a big deal. Let me show you how to perform battle mech assassinations. This is how a real battle mech pilot assassinates targets. I'm basically the Ezio di Auditore of Battletech. I'm going to assassinate these guys as well.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
Just like that. And then I'm going to come in and assassinate these guys. Now I'm going to run in and assassinate these guys. They'll never see. I mean, this is going to be like, oh, they detected me. That way I can finish them off. It's good. It's good. I got it's under control. Don't worry about it. They'll never know. They won't know that I was here. They won't know. They'll be none the wiser. There we go.
You're in the clear.
They didn't know I was here.
And in true Assassin's Creed style, not a single casualty.
Yeah, no casualties. No one died. Complete stealth. I wasn't detected. A complete stealth mission.
Out in the field.
Shall I go in?
Yeah, take us in.
We've completed our scans on the target's local battle mech forces. The client will be pleased.
Oh my. I think we just wasted all our salvage though. I didn't redo our salvage. Oh well, it doesn't matter. There are worse fates. I had fun with that mission. Yeah, 57 salvage. There's no way we're going to spend all 57. Oh well. Yeah, we left 35 salvage on the table, but what? I had fun. It was a fun mission. I'll pay for the fun. Okay, we got another mission here. This is actually the story mode mission, because we got to build up our House Liao faction, because they're gonna get hit really hard in the Kestrel Lancers. We need to at least get them to like honored. So we're gonna do this mission in order to appease the Celestial Wisdom. For those who don't know, that is the title, that's like the nickname or the honorable title of the leader of the Capellan Confederation, the Celestial Wisdom. And so we're gonna go do this, and we gotta go basically beat up the Federated Suns to appease the Celestial Wisdom. I mean, no one has to pull my arms to like destroy the Federated Suns. So that's like it's not even a thing. What should I use? Let me use the fleet. Ray says that he can't sleep. He should play MechWarrior 5 before work. Yeah, it's like sleeping is overrated. That's something. So in the Nikkei storyline, there is a character who got converted into a Nikkei specifically because she hated sleeping and she wanted to like accomplish more work. And I'm like, relatable. Nothing like becoming an abominable cyborg monstrosity than not wanting to sleep. Go a little heavier. Go a little heavier. That's fine. Yeah, I guess the flea really freed up a lot of tonnage. Wait, where's my like community questions at? I know we can squeeze another community question in.
Attention. Prepare for battle.
Okay, so here's one. So let's do a BattleTech related question. So for everyone just now popping in, quickly to recap the news for BattleTech, there have been 2 waves of layoffs at Piranha Games due to the sales of clans not being high enough. I don't know what that means because they didn't give a context. The sales not being enough could mean that 1, the game didn't sell enough. That's a possibility. 2, it could mean that the game sold well and then tapered off enough that they couldn't justify maintaining the size of their staff. And then the third possibility is that they had seasonal hires. They just there were people that they never intended to keep. Also, we got to be careful not to outpace our allies. So that's the news. Let's go ahead and go into this comes from Reddit. So the question from Reddit is, why do people say the Hatchet Man and Melee is bad? That is from Oh, I didn't write down who the commenter was. Normally I write the commenter down just to credit them, so that my bad. I forgot. I don't know who wrote the comment.
Reverse. We have a lot of mechs coming towards us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go take a look.
New target.
Urban mech? Interesting.
Target acquired.
Javelin? Okay, blackjack. I'm gonna attack the blackjack. No, why attack me? I am not the threat here. Do not attack me. There we go. They're off of me. I'm going in. I'm going in. Almost had him. I gotta finish him off, though. What a jerk. I am going to break contact.
Target acquired.
Let me lance off that guy's gun. I'll do the same thing over here. I'm just gonna disable his main gun. And then I'll leave him there. Let's go find something else to do. Ooh, I see this hunchback. I don't like that hunchback.
Yeah, that's it out.
Letting them have it.
Boss, it's starting to glow.
Okay, I'm gonna chase down this javelin. There is no escape.
Target destroyed. New target javelin. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
All right, all that's left are those crippled urban mechs.
And then there's 2 enemies in the main base.
Okay, I got his weapons disabled. That'll probably increase his salvage value.
Target destroyed.
Fortunately, I've taken most of the
Target destroyed.
heat.
Yeah, it's not too
Very-
surprising, I suppose. Someone had to do
Very
it.
nice.
New target.
Very nice damage
Phoenix Hawk.
distribution.
We got a
It's a dervish.
dervish.
Target acquired.
And a Phoenix Heart.
All right, I'm gonna tell them to attack the dervish because I feel like our allies will do a little better on that.
On the field.
They don't notice me right now, so I'm just gonna kind of sneak in.
There's some big ass tanks as well.
You'll never see me coming. That's him.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
Jackson is dead. That's a confirmed kill. Oh,
Jackson,
right,
we
you
should get caught
shut
in
down
now.
comms. They're already falling
I
into
can't believe they have
hiding.
names now.
Anyways, there's no point in
I'm gonna
sitting
take
around.
out his arms
Get
in
out
order
as soon
to
as you can.
disable him.
Now let's get you all
His
home.
arms are
Head to
disabled.
the evac point.
Multiple light mechs. Oh, including a
Target
raven.
acquired. New
Why don't you
target
get your
assigned.
own? Why don't you get your own mechs, Davion? Should be easy prey for a flea. He's down.
Destroyed.
If you're wondering why I was over here, I was literally getting blasted by like about 5
Target
scorpions.
acquired. Target destroyed.
I'm gonna get these turrets real fast.
Target destroyed.
I have a center torso breach, but that shouldn't be a problem as I mainly took my damage in the beginning. And that's the end of him. I got a medium mech.
Target acquired.
It is a hunchback.
Wilco, focusing fire.
New
Which kind
target
is this? It's a
hunchback.
4P, so this is the laser model. I'll get behind it and torch its laser array, and that should be the end of them. Just like this. Alright, no more lasers for you. Now you're useless. And that's the end of them.
That mech is going
Thank-
critical.
right, go ahead and take us in if you got the chance.
Target destroyed.
I'm actually nowhere near it.
Oh, okay. I'll knock out these vehicles then.
I'm on my way.
Target acquired.
Okay, I thought they were closer by. But I was wrong. That's how you use the flea, though. You got to be like a bit surgical. It also helps to have some knowledge of the enemy mech's anatomy, essentially. You know, in this case, knowing exactly where to destroy the laser bank on that hunchback. Not say that that's like a brilliant insight, because obviously it's on the giant shoulder cannon. But yeah, knowing a little bit, you know, a better example would be like knowing that the Phoenix Hawk carries most of its weapons, if not all of its weapons in the arm. The arms are easier to destroy. Destroy the arms, and the pilot will eject. That is basically how you work really most of the very small mechs. Like, that's how you would want to play them. Oh, that's a new Blackjack model. We don't have this one. So
No,
a
we don't,
new
you're right.
Blackjack model. We're getting new mechs in unexpected places. Actually, a pretty good damage. 813 damage. 5 mech kills. That's actually worked really well. Yeah, that's a great damage distribution for the Shadowhawk. Into there he goes.
There's a big sponge. Is
Okay.
that thing was.
So the question was, why is the Hatchetman considered bad, and why is Melee considered bad? The first thing I gotta say is I think we should separate the Hatchetman from Melee. You know, the Hatchetman, we should not paint all Melee with the brush of the Hatchetman, because yeah, the Hatchetman is not very good, but there's plenty of Melee mechs that are fantastic. And you don't even need a dedicated Melee weapon. Like this Grasshopper that I'm using uses Arena Fists. This Arena Fist hits for 37.5 damage. That's basically 2 AC-20s. AC-20 is 20 damage. 37.5 damage. Each one punches with the force of 2 AC-20s, and they attack as quickly as you can push the button. Not as quickly as you can push the button. They attack, there's no delay. You can just punch continuously with Arena Fist. That is massive damage. And then the remaining complement of weapons, the double medium lasers, the double small lasers, the PPCX, that's perfectly good damage on its own. So I would not advise painting Melee with the brush of the Hatchetman just because the Hatchetman is bad. And the reason the Hatchetman is bad is because it's too slow. It is a 64-kilometer mech. That is too slow for a medium mech. You need to be at least average speed. If you are slower than average, which the Hatchetman is, then you're going to have trouble, because what kind of mechs does the Hatchetman typically fight? It typically fights other medium mechs and light mechs, and it's very hard to melee something that is faster than you. Whereas a 64-kilometer meleeer in the heavy category, like, for example, there is a melee Black Knight, there's a melee Archer, they're fine. They're actually quite good because they are at least a normal speed. And the typical mech that a heavy mech will be fighting are frequently other heavy mechs. So they can be able to get up to them and catch them and actually engage in melee combat. The ones that are even better would be like the Quick Draw. The Quick Draw is faster than normal. And because the Quick Draw is a heavy mech, not a medium mech, it gets to use heavy mech melee weapons rather than medium mech melee weapons. So it winds up doing even more damage because the heavy class weapons just do more melee damage than the medium class weapons. So that's another reason why, like I said, I would generally not advise painting all melee with the brush of the Hatchetman. And I would also say that it does take some practice. Like, melee takes more practice to get the hang of, you know, how to steer your mech into position without crashing excessively. You're probably going to crash a little bit either way, but crashing as little as possible, that does definitely take some skill to get used to. As well as some mechs kind of do like drive-by hittings, like, you know, like the Assassin. If you do the Assassin with the mace, you want the mace because it swings slowly, and you just kind of ride by people and bash them as you run by. And it does a ton of damage. Like, the mace does like 55 damage or something crazy like that. Just bash somebody in the back with the mace, and it's very realistic on the Assassin, and it winds up doing really well. I'm going to go ahead and save, though, because I would say that is good enough for today's stream. Like, we are running up on time for 2 hours. So if there are any last-minute questions before I close out, let me know, and I will answer any last-moment comments and questions. Happy J Bear says the Highlander Vest is probably the higher end of melee. The Highlander Vest is absolutely fantastic when it comes to melee mechs. Like, there's absolutely no doubt about that. It's very, very nice. Kool-Aid Man fails. Yeah, because we couldn't bash through the wall. Let me go ahead and show you guys the schedule real quick so you know what I'm doing. This is the new stream week. So today is the 13th. You're watching MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. Tomorrow I will be on Twitch doing the new event, or the tail end of the event for Goddess of Victory Nikke. So we will be watching Rappy's origin story, and then I will be attempting to summon through the gacha system Rappy. I'm very confident I'll get her, though. I've got plenty of resources, so I'm certain I will get her. On Wednesday, the 15th, we will be back on MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. And then on Thursday, the 16th, I will be back on Twitch, where we will be doing Generation Zero, the second DLC for the game, which is Phoenix Rising. The amount of MechWarrior 5s I can do per week is based on the Sheriff's availability. You know, we both have to have a day that we're available for. And typically, you can expect about 2 streams per week. That's typically what I do. In other news, the Grasshopper video is coming along. These are all of this is all the footage that will be used in the Grasshopper, and the voiceovers are done as well. These are the FLAC files. FLAC is like free lossless audio codec. I believe that's what FLAC stands for. That means that I haven't edited them yet. Once I've edited the audio, by that I mean like you're searching for like poppings. Like, let me see. Like, let's listen to this. Subscribe for even more tactical debriefings on mechs such as... You can hear... So I'm very sensitive to audio because I listen to it all the time, but you can hear like a kind of sound when I'm speaking, and that's because there's just saliva in my mouth, and sometimes the saliva will smack, or sometimes the saliva forms like an air bubble, and it pops, and the microphone picks it up. Subscribe for even more tactical debrief. Right there, tactical. I can. You might not have caught it, but I can hear it just because I could hear like a bubble popping in my mouth just from like speaking. So I have to do that. I got to go through it. Yeah, I'll give you a sneak peek. You want to see what it looks like? I'll show you what it looks like. Let me show you what behind the scenes. So this is Adobe Audition. Let's throw this in here. So what I'm looking at, up top we've got our waveform generator. Subscribe for even more tactical debriefings on mechs such as... I heard 2 pops there. So down here we have the spectrograph. So what I got to do is go in like this. For even more tactical right here. I can hear it. It's right in here. Tactical. It's this right here. So what I got to do is remove these without destroying the audio. Or tactical. There, it's gone. And then I heard one over here, too. Oh, I can tell this one. You see this, like, weird little line right here? That's like, it's like this line right here. That's a pop. There's no way it's not. Such as? Yep, you can hear it. Such as? Touch. So what I got to do is remove those. I don't have to do it. I could just leave them in, but I don't know. I consider myself a professional. So bam, and then I'm going to go ahead and remove this one. Now let's listen again. Such. It's gone. You don't hear it anymore. The pop is gone. See, there's another one. There we go. And I go minute by minute, second by second, doing that to scrub the audio clear of any ugly sounds that don't belong there. And then I do a bunch of other things like, oh, we got to put on the like parametric equalizer, you know. Oh boy, are the sound waves looking correct? You know, you got to compress the audio. You got to do a bunch of dumb bullshit in order to make the audio sound. I'm not going to save though. But that's what I got to do, and then I can put the video together. Putting the video together is usually like takes like half a day to do. But that is what it looks like to be a audio editor, as a quick aside. But that's what we are going to do. Armor Core 6 Rock says, I tried the Shadowcat and the Clans 7 machine guns. It was really fun because of the mask. I bet the sound was like really good too. I like the sound effects of the machine gun in Clans. That's one thing I do. Like some of the effects from Clans, I think they could import over. Maybe it would break the game though. But that's the plan. I think that's good enough though. As usual, thanks for being real, chat, and suffering through Commander Fox, the most loquacious bastard this side of a neuro helmet in MechWarrior 5. I'll see you guys later, though. This is Fox and the Sheriff dipping out. So deuces, everyone, And remember that you don't have to be good to get good.